Let's see. Am I live now? Yes, and you can hear me. So I don't know what went on there. I don't know. Hey, everyone, can you hear me now? I didn't do anything different. Literally did nothing different. And I don't know why I did that. Maybe it was obviously a gremlin. I thought I'll come on early. I'll get it all shared out. It always works perfectly when I don't create an event. It's like something has to go wrong, otherwise it's not a live with Sam. We've got to have a delivery driver, we've got to have Monty barking, and it's not got to start first time. Right, I'm going to share again now. Look, 4 minutes behind now, and I was like 4 minutes early. Right, but we don't let these little things get us down. We carry on. Right, let's go back to where I was. Honestly, try to be all organised. I always get up early on a live day. I've been up since 6 a.m. I like everything ready to go. I check all my links, everything. Oh dear, right, let's just send the new one out live. Well, products will be live now, so you can go check that out. And then let's just share that to crafters. So I will pick up the link and drop that in. Let me just refresh the website. Yep, product is on. So I'm just gonna go to, if I put in Blooming Wonderful, just so I only pick up those products, and then I'll drop that link in the chat. Copy. Let's find my live on my laptop. I can see the chat on here now. Let me come back to here. There we go. See you all. I'll catch up with the chat in a second. Just let me quickly get this on my iPad, my laptop. Hi everyone. Yeah, you save 15% with the bundle price, so you save a little bit there, but everything's individual as always. Dashboard content, live. There it is. Right, I'm just going to drop this in the comments so you've got it, and for anybody watching it later, because we get a lot joining. I get so many messages in the evening of a launch day because people watch it after they finish work and they've had their dinner, so I kind of, it's like another little launch again. I'll just put there supplies, no new products. Oh, did that come up? New products. There we go. It should be. Just pin that. Just let it go past that bit of it. There we go. Pin. Okay, so you should see now. Yeah, there we go. Right, so let's shut that down and we can get started. Hi everybody. Close that one down as well. Products are on. That's all on. I'm going to shut everything down on my laptop because we don't need it on at all. There we go. Happy Friday, everyone. Yeah, thumbs up. Now I did it on the last one. I'll do it on this one. How many thumbs up have we got? 33 likes, so it's 119 of you in here. So if you can please go and give me your thumbs up, because it is completely free and it just helps push the live out, gets more people seeing the channel, and yeah, we'll remind you as well of similar lives and things like that. Where are we? Right, who was first in? Let's go all the way back. Simone. Carolyn, there's loads of you, so many of you here. Thank you everybody. Just checking there's no big questions already, but it looks like it's just people joining. Well, happy Friday and welcome to the new launch of Bloomin Wonderful. And you know what, I've needed this because it is miserable. It is so miserable, and doing this all week has actually been really nice So this is a new floral collection that I'm bringing out, and I'm hoping, well, I'm saying I'm hoping it's going to become, I'm going to be doing like a seasonal, you know, bouquet of flowers basically. So you've got these 3 spring ones, then I'm going to be doing some Christmas ones. I'm going to do like autumnal, and just have a nice build of these flowers so that you can mix them all together. But I think they're a really nice addition to have, and they're large, which is what I wanted. I've done flowers before, a lot of them just being like the heads or small ones, but these are really nice substantial size, and they just, yeah, they look fab on the card. So I'm going to show you those in a moment. You've also got a paper pad and the new mechanism, which is a pop-up explosion card, which I have made before on my Mixed Up Craft channel. But anytime I work with diagonal folds and stuff like that, a lot of people comment and say, oh, this would be nice if you did it in a die. So we've brought that one out. It's a really nice one. I think it's going to work in addition with other sets as well. Thank you, everybody. Yes, who's on the dot mic? Might as well become a crafter. Morning, Karen. So pleased, although I thought it was 9 o'clock. Maybe I should learn to. No, the launch is at 10. And to be honest, I think I might go back to 10 a.m. for the Friday now, because the only reason I went to 9 was because of Craft Stash and the midday lives. And I found myself going into them a lot, but they're no longer there. So it just means I'm not having to literally do it at the crack of dawn. It just gives me that hour to kind of sort stuff out. So I might look at, yeah, doing the lives again back at 10 a.m. Morning, I've done that one. Done the thumbs up, thank you. Hey Gillian. So we've got 3 new stamping die sets here. So you have your large daffodil, you've got your large crocuses, and I've got about 6 or 7 yellow ones coming up, which I threw onto the grass when I was laying all the new lawn, and they're all starting to come out. And I went out this morning, I was like, yay. So they're going to look lovely. And then you've got your large tulip. So with each of the sets, you have individual petals, so you can create a 3D flower. I'm going to talk about that in more detail. You've got individual heads as well, depending on how you want to decorate them on your card. You've got your single stem. You've got your other one there with the flowers. Sorry, I'm trying to get away from the comments because it's covering. You've got individual leaves, and you've got individual stems to put on these ones if you want to, and also on this one here. And that's the same for all of these sets. And then there's fun puns as well, which we'll look at again in more detail. Simone, just need to give a shout out to Simone. Simone won this collection, so she's had it for the last few weeks, and she has content coming out as well. So if you're not following Simone on Blonde's Cards and Crafts, you'll see her in the chat. If you just click on her comment, you can subscribe to her channel. She's going to be sharing some really lovely inspo, and I'm looking forward to it. I've seen some bits she's done, but I'm looking forward to seeing what she's doing with the mechanism and stuff. Talking of the mechanism, this is it here. Like I said, some of you will recognise this one. It will go through a standard die machine. You don't need a large machine at all. Although it says 6x6 on it, it will actually go into 5x7, 7x7, 8x8, C5. Probably some of your US sizes, you might get away with the smaller one. I'll explain it more, but it does go in a lot more than 6x6. So if you don't like 6x6 size cards, don't be put off, because I'm actually going to show a 5x7, and I've done 5x7 tutorials as well. And then the paper pad, which again, I know lots of you love these kind of stuff. So this is a little bit like a kit, I guess. You've got your papers, and then you've got all of these laser cut pop outs. It's really, really pretty. And again, I'll show you some samples using that in a moment, and we'll have a look at them in more detail. But it's a really lovely one. And it's just nice just to get out of Valentine's, Christmas, and I've changed my wardrobe over a little bit now as well. I've had new nails done, and I just think I'm getting out of that kind of winter slump. Although it is still technically a winter month, it's certainly starting to feel a little bit brighter. So hopefully this live will boost you a little bit as well. I did that style with butterflies, the shape lends it. Yeah, no, it's really nice, isn't it, Kay? Order please. Thank you, Louisa. Yay, cutouts in a paper pack. Yeah, always good. Yes, I'm sure she's going to have some really good ideas as well. First time I bought a whole launch, I'm so excited. Oh, thank you, Deb. Right, let me flip the camera around and just like say hello first. So I'm just going to do this back around. Best view there right now. Okay, right. Clip you in. There we go. That should be good. I'll turn off the overhead, get rid of that little dangly thing. Let's pop you over there. Let me chat. Turn the light off. Oh, okay. So I've got lots of goodies here in front of me. Let's have a little look. Sam, can you do decoupage with the stamp sets? You can definitely do decoupage with the stamp sets. I've with the whole collection as Trev and Martin are buying it for my birthday. Yay! Enjoy it, Lynette. Remember you saying in the past you didn't have a daffodil stamp, so I'm glad you have them out. I know. I've had them before, and we did when we worked with Craft Stash. Their creative craft range had loads of lovely ones. We did a whole calendar of them. But I can't really use, I mean, I can use them, I've got them, I won't get rid of them, but I can't use them like day to day now because I'm obviously using my products. So I wanted them in the range, and obviously for new people joining, you can't get them anymore anyway. So it's nice to have my own. The daffodils did, daffodils? The daffodils did it for me. One of my favourite flowers. Yeah, I've got them. I've started buying them from the supermarket now, but I've got them all coming up in the garden, so it's going to be really nice to have those as well. Hey Anna, finally found you. Purchased the full bundle while I was trying to find you, Sam. As didn't have Sam. Yeah, I don't know what happened, Anna, because I did nothing different. So I just shut it down, come back on again, and it was fine. So it was obviously a little glitch. Right, let's have a little look. So I've got so as always with the paper pads, we do throw a lot in there. So with this one, you get 8x8 paper pad, you get 4 each of 6 pattern papers. Usually I do 8 pattern papers, but instead you've then got 2 each of topper sheets, which is all of this here. 190 GSM, and then your topper sheets are 300 GSM, and these are laser cut. I'll just flip it over here, you can see. So they're really thick. So you just have to pop them out, and any of the little pips that you might get, just use a little. I always keep a little nail file in my stash, and you'll see, for example, tiny little pips. They're not that bad, but if they bug you, if you just brush over them like so, then it gets rid of them. So you've got, I can pop these all out now because I wanted to keep these ones intact so you could see how they look. Although there's a few bits that I've had to use that are falling out. Let me just grab that one, I just dropped it. There we go. I do have another pad as well, but I'd just like to show you what you get. So this is one of your sheets here. You've got these little square panels which work with the explosion pop-up. However, we also made them so that you can just use them. If you like to create sketch cards and things like that, then you can use these. You know, you can layer them on top, you can offset them, you know, you can just create. If you want a simple way to decorate the front of the pop-up, then this is going to work. And then, you know, take a nice sentiment, pop it in the middle, nice pattern paper behind, you've got your card done. I mean, that's took seconds. So you know, you've got lots of different bits. You've got little tabs here, like no, they're not tabs. What are these called? Little banners, sorry. So you can put them on. I like to put those on little sticks and stuff. And then you've got other little pop-ups here, the little florals. These are very cute. You can see it all comes out nice and easily. Little strawberries there. And then you've got trim as well. You could use that piece as well. It has a very faint like polka dot on it, but there's your trim there. So you've got elements that will like match. So with that trim there, you've then got the tulips here that you could use with it as well. You've got a little leaf there. Yeah, it is the leaf. Then you've got little bows. Put a little bow on the tulip. So these are just little elements to decorate the front of the cards, or take them all out and then you've got tons of bits that you can use, you know, on pop-ups and so on. But you can see there's just tons. So when you get your pack, I always recommend your pop-ups, take them all out, put them in a separate little bag, or sort them into your sentiments. So you've got loads of them as well. And there's sentiments, the framing on them will match your pattern paper. So you can see the tulip design on that one, the stripe design on that one. This one you've got the yellow florals. You've got, this one's one of my favourite designs, with the little strawberries, tulips and the daffodils. You are blooming lovely. You've daffodilly, your daffodilly, my favourite. I have a smiley sunny, I can't speak, have a smiley sunny daffodilly kind of day. I'll be watching those videos. Oh, well, she said I share a video making 5 cards using the beautiful paper pad in American A2 size. There we go. And you can see more of those squares there. So they're all different. Sending blooms to you. You are sensational. Always a fun pun from me. Sending love, happy birthday. And these are just, these ones here you can use on anything. You know, they're going to go with all sorts of things that you already have. You've got another one here with another nice trim. You've got the flowers there. So if you take, for example, these are your papers. You've got this design. you've got this one here, which I love with the bows, the strawberries, tulips, daffodils. There's the stripe. And you've got another one, slightly different arrangement. And you've got this one, so like you could use that, you know, with the trim, with these big pop-ups. Then you've got, you know, this one here. So I try to do it for people that, you know, if you're not into pop-ups and stuff, you just like your pattern papers and stamps, you know, the papers are going to create some nice cards for you as well. And if you do simple quick cards, then this is going to work really well, because then all you need to do is add your sentiment and you've got a card from, you know, really quick little note card, for example. So that's kind of how you can put all those together. So what we got there, 5, oh yeah, and then your tulips, that's your 6th one, so your 6 designs, really pretty. More bits there as well. I mean, that you could just have that on the front of the card, looks really nice as well. Thank you, everybody. So that is your paper pad. I'm going to push all that together. I'll pop the rest of those out after the live, and I'll keep them all together. But yeah, like I said, we always do well with the paper pads. They don't hang around for long, so I think this one being quite a nice spring one and perfect obviously for the season now, I think it's going to be enjoyed. Late to the party, been building flapjack. Oh, nice. Your paper pads are always absolutely gorgeous and really good quality. Thank you, Karen. Right, let's just put that neatly together. So I'll show it again at the end. Oh, that one's empty. Get rid of that. Right, so paper pad are done. Here's our stamping die sets. Okay, so just to give you an idea of the size, and you'll see them on the cards in a minute, but there's one of your sheets there. You can see my hand, you know, with the daffodil there. It's a nice tall one. And then all the petals, you can see they're nice sizes. You've got your singular heads, and then the stem and the leaves. And again, the fun puns. Brighter days are coming. Have a smiley, sunny, daffodilly kind of day. Your daffodilly, my favourite. I love them. And then you've got your dies. I'm going to go through, we'll do a little bit on that actually, because one thing I want to say is we've had in the past, when you get your stamp like this, that it's very wobbly. There's a die to cut this out. Now, when you put this in your stamping platform, and this goes for any stamp, not just mine, any company, if you put that down on here, you could bring that in more than the die would cut. It wouldn't be the same as the die. So when you get it and you stamp it and you go to lay your die down and you think your die's not working, it's because you've not put it in the right position. So I'm going to share some tips on how to make sure you get that correct. But please just check that, because we've had people in the past thinking it's faulty and they've gone to head office and you know, rightly so, because at the time they think it's wrong, but it's purely your positioning. So you just need to make sure that you get it in the right position to match the die. But again, a couple of tips on how you can, you know, ensure that you get that, I will share in a moment. I'll just put that back on there, and it's an easy thing to do. So they're lovely to cut, they are, aren't they? Oh, can't wait to get the bundle. I love that it has the daffodil, can be built up. Yeah, and again, so someone was saying about you know, doing your decoupage. So easy to do it. You know, you can just, obviously you've got your individual there, so that's going to be lifted anyway. But for example, like those images there, when you stamp them, I'll show you it. Bring this over in a sec, but here's one of them here. So you can easily cut this piece out, cut these petals here, and you know, layer them up on top of each other with the foam. Definitely do that, because it is a really lovely effect. I've done it on quite a few of my stamps in the past, but yeah, easy to do with these. All looking wonderful. Smile. I have lots of ideas for the mechanism. Yeah, because you can, obviously we've launched it with the flowers, but as many of you regulars will know, my mechanisms are not just for the use of what I launch it with in a launch. You can use them in so many other ways. So lots of people just buy my mechanisms and use them with things they already have in their stash. So that's your large daffodil, and then your large crocus, exactly the same again. So these, you know, they look like they're small, not to scale, they're not, they're much bigger. So you can see them on here. Again, just really nice to colour in. Nice big petals here, and then your leaves, your stem. I wasn't sure I would need this set. Oh, I'm such a numpty. Of course I need it. Okay. I mean, florals, you can't really go wrong with florals. And then your large tulip. So again, you can see that nice size. Rise above and let your colours show. You are sensational. And I like this one. You're a tulip among weeds. There you go. Nice just because cards. Morning, sorry I'm late. Can't believe I got carried away to the house. Oh no, Shirley. You must stop. You must stop straight away. And then this is the mechanism. I'll just bring my dies here because I put them on here on the magnetic sheet. So you get 31 dies. You've got everything here to build your pop-up. You can make it really detailed by adding all the mats and layers, but you can also just use this simple one here, or just use this on its own if you want to do a slimline, smaller card. But if you use all three, you get a much bigger pop-up, which I'm going to show you in a second. We've given you plenty of mats and layers, so you don't have to pass it through loads and loads of times. And then you've got endless mats and layers here as well. And that's the, like I said, 6x6 panel explosion, but ignore the 6x6. We have also put in the listing that it can be used in 5x7 and other size cards. And you'll see that now with my samples. Any questions, just pop them in capitals in the chat. If I miss them and someone else can answer, they will, but I will try and answer them all. Okay, so let's have a little look. So I've shared a couple of videos already, but this one here, that's the front. Really simple. Just let the papers kind of do the talking. Have a bouquetiful day. And then when you open it up, you have your pop-up. And you'll see elements of it kind of like move on the sides. And that's those diagonal folds that do that. That's all three of them in. So you can see how that looks. And this is a top fold 5x7. But you can also have this as a landscape orientation. It doesn't have to be portrait. So you can change the orientation of this and have things popping out from both sides. You could double this. So you could then do another big one next to this and create another fold. So think of big showstoppers that you can pull out with this big fold in the middle. So that's something I'm going to be looking at. I thought about it 2 days ago, but I just didn't have the time to do it. But if you then create another score line here, so that fold, and then like a bit like a zigzag, then you can create more of these. And then the whole thing should fold up like an accordion. I ordered the mech and the papers. Oh, lovely. So that's one example there. And then you've got 6x6. It's this one here. For my beautiful friend, this is the daffodils and the tulips. And that's just got the big pop-up and the smaller one on top. And then I've used the front for my sentiment. And then I've used all the papers there. But you can see how that looks. And like the two little ones on the sides here, you can see how they move. But I've stuck things on the front of the panels as well. You don't have to just stick them on the side pieces. You can pretty much cover wherever you want. As long as every time you stick something down, you just close it just to check they're not sticking out. And then if you want to add the panels, it creates a completely different look. So this one here, send in love on your special day. So again, really simple on the front. And then when you open it up, you've got the square panels. And this is the one I think looks really good as a landscape orientation. And you can see how they all move. And that's just using all the bits from the paper pad to decorate this one. Happy birthday, just for you. And you can see I've added every mat and layer on this one. And I've filmed all of these, so I'll be sharing the tutorials. So this has got, yeah, every mat and layer, every piece added to it. Or, you know, quite simple. These ones here, I've got no mats and layers on them, you know. So, but it still looks good, depending on what you want to go for and the look that you want. I think this looks good. These also look really good with photos in. I think it'd be good in like a mini album, or you know, maybe a memory card that you're sending to someone. You can have photos of people on these. How beautiful does that look? Blooming gorgeous. It's all going in my basket. Well, of course I brought the mechanism. I had to. It's the law. Hey Rach. No doubt someone will think outside the other pot of flowers. Yeah, I'm so cold watching it under my. Oh, are you? See, I'm not. Definitely. Yeah. I'm sweating all the time, eh? Thank you, Carol. Beautiful samples. Then I've done a showstopper card, which has gone out now. This is already up on my channel. So this one just folds down. It's your double Z fold, gatefold, I think, something like that. I don't know. This is using the crocuses, and then when you open it up. So yeah, if you're someone that just likes to buy the stamps and maybe papers and stuff, then you can just create lovely fun folds and cards with them. But you can see how the individual petals look. So that's building that one there. Looks really, really nice. I love this card. It's time to celebrate you. First thing I thought when I saw this would be great with photos. Yeah, beautiful samples. Thank you. I like the double fold card. It's lovely, isn't it? And then I've used the linen embossing folder on the back there. And that one I've just gone a bit too close to the side there, but yeah, so you'll see the tutorial for that one, but it's dead easy for those of you that know what you're doing as well. Another one is this one here. So I've got the tulips on the front, and then when you open it up, so this has just got the single pop-up, so there's no smaller ones, and you can see how that all works. You could also use this space to write your message, or you could pop a gift card there, which I think would look really nice as well. But you can imagine this way, and then adding more folds and adding these into the folds and more pop-ups, butterflies that someone mentioned. You know, there's a lot that you can do with this under the sea theme. In fact, that was the theme I did with one of the tutorials, was under the sea, and it looked really nice because the side bits made it look like the fish were like moving around and stuff. Well, of course, Jay. Gotta get Jay, just because I'm saying your handle, Jeanette. It's spring now. Got to get the right seasons. I don't do a lot of seasonal stuff at Christmas, obviously, but yeah, it's nice to have this one. And then this here will make some of you laugh, because I thought, oh, I'm going to do a another one of those box accordion cards, but I'm going to go bigger with boxes. And I thought I'd do shadow boxes either side. Well, don't make this card this big, because there's no envelope big enough, there's no gift bag big enough. The video's funny because I do make it as a card, I do add the stand, and then I cut it all off and I make it into a piece of hanging home decor. But I thought it'd be a nice way to show off the 3D elements of the flowers, so they are in these little shadow boxes either side. But it's huge, but it's really nice. So I think if you do maybe hand deliver, you're seeing somebody, then this hangs beautifully on the wall. Oh, it's come undone, the glue's unstuck there. I need to stick that back down. But yeah, I did a bit out of control with this one. But just again, how it would look, I'm going to do the shadow box on the side for smaller ones, because I think it's really sweet. And I just like the idea of not having the gift boxes and having open boxes instead. It is huge. This, what are we looking at here? 41 centimeters. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, it was fun to do, but I got that far too, and I thought, this is just ridiculous, this is too big, and I was getting a bit stressed, and I thought, what can I do? And then I went back to it the next day and I just cut off the bottom. So yeah, look out for the, like I said, I've done tutorials for all of these, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tutorials. Lovely. I prefer the smaller version, seems to stand. Yeah, the smaller ones do, definitely. Tracy, this was it wasn't that it wasn't standing so much, it was just too big. It really was. Yeah, it would be nice to take into a hospital as well, and they could hang it off the side of the bed or the little table side or something, I don't know, but anyway, you've got that as well. And then just so you can see the flowers in more detail coloured in, I'm going to be using the daffodils on a card now. So I haven't done a full daffodil one. I've mixed the daffodils and the tulips. I've done a full tulip one and a full crocus one, but I haven't done a full daffodil one. Obviously there's many different varieties of daffodil, so you know, just go onto Google and put in cartoon daffodils and you'll get lots of inspiration on how you can colour these. But you can see how the ones I've done there look. And then these are the crocus. These are the 3D ones, because I've used the other ones all on that card. You can see how they look. And then that's one of those leaves. Excuse me, it's another crocus one there. And then these are your tulips. So you can see, you know, you've got your, that's a daffodil stem, but to be fair, if you've got all of them, mix the leaves and mix the stems. Like, it's got the little daffodil detail there, but if you popped your tulip on there, you know, and then, you know, a different leaf and stuff, it's not going to matter too much. Actually, that one's there. It's there. It's another daffodil one, because I had loads ready for today. There's another one of the 3D ones, so you can just build up your petals. Like so. You can see how detailed that is. Have I got my lamps? They don't look like they're right. Oh, they are on me. And then there's your individual heads again. So just so nice having, you know, it's been a happy week of crafting because it's such, you know, nice colourful things to create with. Love the big accordion card. I know. That's a pack of paper. Okay, instead I saved and brought the lot. Ah, enjoy it, Anna. I totally would have that on my wall. Yes, it is. It's really pretty. I'm sure my mum possibly might take that from me actually and give to her friend because they meet regularly and they always do lots of little gifts and paper things for each other. So she may well want that one. Right, so let's start with the first demo. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. And I will do I think we'll do a triple version. So we do all three of the pieces, and I'm going to cut everything from scratch because it is a quick card to put together. Now, when you're cutting your internal parts like these parts, I recommend a lighter weight cardstock like a 220. You can use a heavyweight. So this is a 300 GSM here, but I just used it on. You see, it's all folding, and then if you've got the small one on top and the smaller one again, this is going to become very, very thick. You might want to add a couple of score lines and give yourself a little spine on your cards, but they will go in box envelopes, but that will still go in a normal envelope. You just might have to pay a little bit more depending on where you live in the world on the thickness. But if you look at then this one, which has got everything on, but it's a 220, it's a lighter weight cardstock. It's not too bad. And I have added foam. So if you take the foam away, that's actually no different to that one that I just shared with the single one. And then this one is using a 220 green cardstock, and you can see, look, it's just much, much thinner. Okay, so I definitely recommend a lighter weight. So I'm going to use the green again today because it just looks really nice with these particular flowers and the scene on my green card. And yeah, this is my green from my pad. Spring flowers are my favourite. Such happiness after a dark week. I know it is. It's been really nice, Jill, to use these. You could make the decor piece and change it seasonally in your gallery wall. I know, that would be good, wouldn't it? Right, so you want to take this one. So they all go through a standard die machine. I don't want to get my big one out, and you could, if you've got your big machine, then lay them all out and just run it through. But I'm sat down now, I'm comfortable, so I'm just going to use my standard one here. So we can do that one. I could probably get one of these. Would that fit on the end? Yes, I think it will. So how is everybody? Are we all good this Friday? And then with anything that's got like a full line like that, if you go in on a slight angle, you won't get that clunky, that like hard pressure when you go in. And then just use that same one again. It was our national day off today. Oh, where are you, Heather? What's your national day then? Yay, Tez has found her mojo. She's back. Okay, so we'll look at those again in a minute. Mats and layers. So if you're using a lighter weight card, you probably won't need to score. You can just see where all the folds are. So you want to fold the tabs on each end. And if you fold the whole piece in half, you'll see the score line. And then you'll have these two diagonal score lines. So you just want to go across. Nice and easy. Like I said, anybody just joining, I have tutorials on all of this. I've done a separate video showing you how to build the individual petals for each of the flowers, and then I've also filmed all of these. So once you've got all your folds, what you then want to do is fold it in half, but you want to fold the in. So this middle score line, you want it to become a valley fold. Similar to your twist and pop mechanism. It's that same kind of concept. styles as well. Okay, and then those are the tabs that's going to stick it all together. So there's one, so just repeat that again on all the pieces, even the big one, it's exactly the same. Just put the mechanism, as I didn't think I would use the flowers, might live to regret it. It depends, isn't it? If you're not, I wouldn't say I'm a big floral person. I don't have a lot of it. I would say Made to Surprise is known for its flowers, but I think every now and then I need to have them in the collection, and it is nice to use them. But I wanted more my kind of style, which is bigger, you know, not so dainty. You know, these are just big, bold flowers, easy to colour, and yeah, I think, you know, they look Made to Surprise. But you know, you got Altenew and Chloe's, like they're your brands that you would, if someone said about florals. So I think if you're someone that just loves making floral cards, and you probably navigate to those, you know, designers. Again, just fold that one in, like so. I have got 10 cards to make, requested 2 floral ones. And my floral cards are always the ones that my friends would take first as well, so it's good to have them. Excuse me. Again, fold it in half. And then again, diagonal. And then I inked up the green card on the crocus one. I'll show you again in a second. And again, just fold those down like so. Just make sure you've got a nice kind of point there. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, these ones I inked up. So when I folded them down, you can see they're all a bit darker on the edges, but then this one just left. So you can see this is a different shade of green, but where are we? Oh my gosh, the flowers are stunning and look straightforward. They are dead easy to colour. Yeah, really easy. Okay. So I'm going to put this in a top fold because I want the height. So I'm going to grab my 5x7. This one here. I'm not going to use the pattern paper. We'll use that on the next card because I just want this to just be a pop of yellow with all of the daffodils. So you're going to take your mechanism, grab my, hang on a minute, where did I put my glue? I've got the most tidiest desk. Where's my, oh, it's back in its little place. It's so tidy, I actually put it away. I went over, yeah, you can do, if it's a heavier weight then I'd recommend it, but I've not needed to with the lighter weight card, so it will vary. So you're going to take this one here, your largest one if that's the one you're using, and you're going to run your glue along your tab, and then you want to line up this center fold here with the center fold of your card, or whatever the fold is on your card where you want it to go. So just lay this down, and it will be about ½ inch in from each side on a 5x7, and then just tuck this under and just let that grab. When will the next Made to Make become? Next month. I won't be doing sneak peeks on them because it's a subscription thing. So yeah, I'm just going to keep them as they are, as a surprise. You can see what it is if you go onto the subscription page. So because by law, when it's a subscription, you have to tell, you know, what's in it. So if you want to see everything, then head over to the subscription page. But otherwise, don't ruin it for others that don't want to know, because there are some that like the surprise. And then once you've done that, if you just fold it all away from you, like so, and then glue. Like so, and then just close the card. Okay. It's on Craftword. I don't know what you mean though, by already, Jeanette. Went out to order and took too long to get back in. Missed you using the mechanism die. We'll have to watch back. Well, I'm using it now. You mean just cut? I've only just cut the 3 pieces, but I've got videos for it all anyway, Nova. So don't use this as your kind of instructional video. They'll be coming out on my Made to Surprise channel. Okay, so once you're happy that's all dry, and just bring it up carefully. I don't want to pull it too much yet because it is still completely set in, but there you go. There's your first bit of pop up. Then you're going to take your other one And again, run your glue down one of the tabs. And now this time you're going to line up the middle fold of this piece on this one here. Okay, like so. And again, it's about 1/2 inch in, and then just tuck that one under and just let it sit attached to that back piece. Oh, I just got a happy mail from Kay. Oh, nice. The pictures, etc. We overlapped. Oh, I see. Got you. Yeah, no, it's all on there. It's a sneak peek. No, I know what it is. I don't know whether I'm reading people's comments wrong. I'm not sure. Sorry, guys. When I'm doing a launch, I'm doing so much in my brain. I'm going to be doing the 2 VIP lives. Will be when I get back, so not next week, the week after. They're going to be probably quite close together, purely because I need to get on top of that, so that then I'm back to just one every month for the new release. So glue again down on that one, and then just close the whole card. So yeah, you'll be getting some more content from that one, and then we can start then in March with the full one for the start with everybody, and then April there'll be a VIP, and May there'll be a VIP, and then it'll be issue 3. And we should be on track then. I want to try and get them in around the same kind of times, just so that you guys know where they are. I know they are, you know, in my schedule, and it's just easier that way. And then again with this one, so you could just flip it around this way if it's easier. Again, just add your glue. So, and then open this one up. And this time you're going to focus it on that fold. Fold that one under. Just moved a bit. Let's just bring that over. There we go. So very easy. And then Christmas again. Yeah, Jackie, I think you just missed what I was just saying. I'll be letting you all know the week after next, because I'm in Manchester next week. You'll be emailed, and you'll be emailed the link as well. And don't share that link, because it is just for you guys who have paid for your yearly subscription. So don't share it in the Made to Make group. It's purely going to your email that you use to sign up. So look out in your emails for that private link, and that will give you access, because it'll be on it'll be on this channel, but it'll be private, so only you guys can access it. Then once the new issue comes out, those lives and the tutorials, sorry, they will go out for the public use. Otherwise you're just going to end up losing them in your emails and stuff, unless you're really organized. But most people, yeah, I've got stuff on emails that have been sent to me, I wouldn't have a clue where they are now, in all honesty. And again, just carefully lift that up, and you've got your 3 pop-ups. Just give that. Now this is where you can have it, decide if you want to have it landscape, which I think with the florals would look good as well, because you could have, you know, a couple of these like stuck on the side and then more built up in the middle if you wanted to. But I want to keep it this way, and you can see it stands up really nicely as well. So let's have a little play around this. I might not use the 3D ones because they're almost a bit too big for this. I think I'd need maybe a bigger card, or I might use it to decorate the front with one of the big ones. But I'm going to use these, I think. So what you can do is you can stick things on these parts here, in these bits here, stick them on the back here, and obviously down here as well. What nice was that? I know. So let's start off. I've got to think where I want my sentiment. We might need to, let's get a sentiment stamped first, just so I don't miss that and then not have any space. Let's take this set again here. And let's do have a smiley, sunny, daffodilly kind of day. So nice just because card. I've got a nice fresh pad of cardstock. I might do a green frame and then the sentiment in the white. I didn't think too much about the demos. I knew I wanted to do the daffodil one, but I thought I'll do this all with you because, like I said, it doesn't take too long. and you can actually really see it being made then in real time. It's not. It is and it isn't. The simple pop-ups is just a plain platform, whereas these ones you have your diagonal, so it will create more movement to the pop-up. So yeah, it is and it isn't. I have just brought the full bundle. I'm so easily convinced. Aren't we all though when it comes to nice craft supplies? Have a smiley, sunny, daffodilly kind of day. We'll pop that one in there. Oh, I was about to put the glue on it then. Black ink. Go with that. Put that to one side. Hey Emma. You're welcome, Karen. Just trim this one down. It looks great with a mix of the big words as well. So if you've got any of them, one of the sets is online, the Celebrate one. It's half price. Lots of people ask about them, so that is back in stock, and it's reduced. So if you want to grab a bargain, then you can get that one. But these look fab on all of these cards because you've got, you know, that big bit of space. Like maybe down here you could have the big happy birthday, the big celebrate. So if you've got your big words, they'll be there. Excuse me. And like I said, I'll be checking on all of the other ones for replan and stuff when I go up on Monday. Let's do that a little bit wider. Okay, I'm just going to pop this on this piece with a bit of foam. Hi Kim, hope you're good. So what's everyone's plans for today and the weekend? Are you up to much? I am not going to do too much because I'm going away on Monday. I don't know if anyone's the same, but when I know I've got like a trip or something planned, I don't want to do anything like, I don't know. I'll just have we do a couple of charity shops, a little bit of a chilled one, go for a dog walk. I'll do a little bit of DIY with Dad on Sunday, and then that's probably it. Might cook a roast actually as well. Be a nice thing to do. Okay, so this one I can have here. Be a nice space for anybody that didn't hear me say for a gift card. Would look nice as well. So if we have that one there, and then we'll start building. So I'm going to have one of these stuck directly on. So let's do that one first. Okay. Oh, I think you must have missed what I said, Helen. That's what I'm going to do when I go to head office. Is about replan. I don't need that whole stem. So if I have, let's trim a little bit of this off. Take that up there, so we can have. Stick that one there. That's our first one. Again, all you guys asking about all the bits, I can't give you answers on it. I'm going up to head office on Monday. The stuff that's been bestsellers is the things that I'm going to be focusing on. If it's got no, you know, what's the word? If it's like slow sellers, they won't ever come back in again. People saying the sound is gone. Is anybody else sound gone? Can you let me know? Because I don't know why it would be doing that. Oh, thank goodness for that. Because if it happened, it's a YouTube issue. Sounds okay, sounds okay. People that are saying they've got no sound, can people just comment saying, oh, you were kind of, aren't you? Sound is good. This is weird. It's got to be a YouTube issue. Sorry for you guys that can't hear. I don't know why. I don't know why that is the case. Yeah, no idea what's going on there. Right, and then I can start adding in some more here. So with your stems as well, so if you're using them on this, you can trim these all down so if you don't need them as long as I've got them. So I might just have that one because then I can have that popping out on there. Perfect on phone, but not on TV. Yes, it's definitely a YouTube problem. Sorry guys, not my fault for once. So when you're sticking stuff onto these side bits, where you think it's going to go, you need to go to close it and just make sure it's not going to stick out. So that one can stick in there and that's going to be fine. So I'm just going to pop a little glue. And don't go right into the fold, just lift it a little bit because you might get a little bit of a scratchy sound. So I'm just going to stick it on there and just bring it up a little bit. Weird, isn't it? Not on the iPad. Okay, on phone. I clicked out and back in. The sound's back. Yes. So sorry guys, I see a glitch in the system there. Not something I can help with. Hopefully on the replay it'll be okay for people. I'm not too sure why. And then just close it. Obviously it is sticking out a little bit. So I'm just going to move that while that glue's still just setting. There we go. So just make sure my TV sound is good. Cool. Well, at least it's still, streaming. And then when you open it up, you've got that first kind of, see how it moves when it opens? And just keep going. Go from there. Let's use one of these ones. And then I could use some more of that stem because you're not really going to notice if you wanted that. You could change the orientation so I can have that one coming in from a different direction. So stick that one down. And then I might stick that one on this one. So now this is bigger. So when I go to close the card, I stuck that there. It's going to come out a little bit. So I'm still going to stick it there, but I'm going to bring it in a little bit. So just some more glue. Not doing any mats and layers on this one. We'll do that on some of them on the next card. Just want to really just show the mechanism and get some of the flowers on. I'll just stick that there. Let's see how that one looks. So again, just bring that in. There we go. Yeah, just carefully you open that. So now we've got these ones. They're cute. And you can stick things, like I said, on this section here. That would be nice having maybe a bigger waist one in the middle. Might pop that up on a little bit of foam actually, just so it's a bit lifted in that middle part. Sorry if you hear any banging, sounds like my neighbours are doing something. Again, just lift it up ever so slightly from the bottom there so you don't get any scratching. I'm hoping I'm going to have enough daffodils. Let me just stick this down. I like Day of the Triffids as they I watched that movie. I've seen the original, but I watched the one as well, which I thought was pretty bad actually. Is it Richardson? One of the Richardson sisters in it? I didn't like that one. I think the original is actually probably better, even though that's bad as well. But yeah. Let's do a couple. Let's do, I've got white there. Let's do that yellow one down there and a little one. Any questions about the collection, or I might do that one. No, we'll have them coming in actually. I think that look good. Oh, just a quick break at work. We'll rewatch later. Thank you for joining, Natalie. Hope you're well. Now this actually I could stick that on that one. Let's bring this down a little bit. Again, let's just do a little test. Yeah, that's got plenty of room. We'll stick that one on there. Put it right on the edge of that middle section. There was a series back in the 70s, scared the bejesus out of out of little Mike. And then let's do that one. I want to do two at the very front, but actually on the pop-up piece. So we'll do this white one. So I'm going to pop a little glue on the petal and stick that into this section. Again, just lift it ever so slightly. And then we'll do another one on this side. Just a little glue. I'll do that. Yeah. And then you can put a matte layer on that bit, which would look quite nice. How are we looking there? So again, just fold everything down just to check it's all going to look good. Yeah, I think we need, I might cut that one down. That would look quite nice there. Don't want it to look, I don't want there being any kind of real order with it. I just want a nice pop up. I think that's going to be too close. Yeah, it's going to stick out. Maybe if I put that, put that one on there. Love those daffodils. They're really nice, aren't they? Just a nice happy card. So I could do the 3D. Could just cut the head off of that and stick that. Although that would look. Let's stuck that down now. Could have done that there. Be a really big one in there actually. Let's do. It does look sweet though. Do want to use this one. What about in there? Well, I could maybe go behind that one actually. That would be nice. There we go. Well, this would look lovely in the pop-up bouquet. It will look lovely in your standard display. Look lovely in the dioramas. What kinetic ones? You could use it on. What have we got? Oh, the triple tier would look really nice. Any of the showstoppers will look wonderful. The magic, not magic iris, the shutter that I launched can have all the daffodils around the frame, and then in the middle when you open it, it has a nice sentiment. I think they'd look really nice on that one actually. What else? There's loads. It's gonna be. It's just flowers just go with so many things. Daffodil Day. Oh, I love that in August. See, that's so. So you is that your season then for daffodils? Because obviously ours is like starting now for like the next 4 to 6 weeks, and then that's it for us. That would be lovely. Hi Sam, I have all the Creative Flora calendar sets, but yours are better because you have individually. We were talking about it earlier, Maureen. I said I've got those ones, but obviously you can't get them anymore, and there's lots of people now that follow me that wouldn't even know that they existed. So it's nice to have these in my stash. But that was a lovely bunch of flowers, wasn't it? The calendar with them would look good on the magic colour slide. Yeah. Oh, actually, that's a really nice one. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, they're gonna work with lots of things, and then add in your leaves just to kind of like fill it up a bit. So I'm gonna trim some of these down. Obviously, I've launched it with this, but I don't like to make things that only work with like one thing, unless it's very bespoke, like my funfair ones and things like that. But otherwise, I want you to have things that you can use with anything. So we just have to adapt them a little bit to make them work with cards. So loads of snowdrops. Yeah, I missed my snowdrops. I didn't get the bulbs in time. So apparently you can keep them still. So I'm not going to throw them away. Do those big leaves. Yeah, we'll do them on the back. course, Helen. Of course, an Easter card. The tulips, all of these spring flowers are going to be perfect for your Easter makes. Let's do this one here. Again, just make sure you close the card that they don't stick out the side. Just slightly angling the leaves just so that they can go off to the sides a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Appreciate it. You see where I'm starting to add in the different leaves, and then, you know, even that end there, because I kind of like double tip. You could easily use the other end. Let's pop that one. Pop that down in there. Pop two on there. One just to go behind here, so to fill that space a little bit. And then let's do one down here, maybe in there. Yeah, I think that works. I've just landed back in Sydney. I just saw your notification for your live. Oh, you had a nice time away. Yes, just goes in. Will you be doing an Easter series? I will be. Yes, I definitely will be. Put that one in there. Well, we can't have you dirty. I can smell you from here, Rach. And before anybody says, "Wow, that's rude," me and Rach, we're friends. We get on. We can have banter. She doesn't mind. She would say it herself, so it's fine. All is good. Let's do maybe one more that way. I'll hold this up so you can see what I've done. I'm not going to decorate the front now because I want to get on to the next one, but I'll show you the others, how they've been done again for anybody that's missed it. I knew she'd say something like that. There you go. Morning, sorry I'm late. Having a sneaky work break. Hey Maggie, thank you for joining. You had a lovely time visiting friends in Melbourne for the week. Oh, lovely. And there is a pop-up. So all folds down. And mats and layers on the back if you want that to be your space for your message. It will add a bit of strength back into this as well. And then I'll decorate the front. And then, how cute is this? So I've done that all in. Obviously I haven't done the colouring, but that's what I like about it. It's just that movement that you get. But the colouring is quick. I coloured these this morning. So it's, you know, it didn't take long at all. Isn't that really nice? This card just makes me smile good. This is why I love paper so much. It's such a fun. It is, isn't it? It really is. I just love that single flat sheet. You can then make it into something really special. Fresh as a daffodil now. See what I did there. So now I've got a full daffodil card. I've got a full tulip with the single. And then we've got the full crocus, which is the same as that one with the three. But you can see how they look. If you've just bought one of those sets, you can see how lovely though they look all built up. Aren't they cute? What a beautiful, beautiful variety of cards there that we've got. So I'll get a photo of that one onto the website as well, and then I'll put them all up later on today. And then for the fronts, you can see how I've decorated that one and how I've done that one as well. And I'll do something similar with that one. Could you please do your verse stamps again, please? We probably won't do those ones again, but I will have other verses coming out. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Oh, the yellows, Jeanette, are these three. However, I have just got the bees, the other series. So they're the colours I use for the daffodils. Primary yellow, marigold and lemon yellow. So primary first is your lightest, then I went in with the lemon yellow, and then the marigold is that dark. You might not want to go so dark, but there's new yellows now that I've got, so I didn't use them for that one this morning because I didn't want to play around with it on something, you know, that I'm just about to launch. But where's the box? I've put them already into my little caddies, but that's the second. So now I've got all of the Cala ones. So I've got A and B. These are lovely to be. There's so many more greens. The oranges now complement the blues. The amount of blues that you get in this is lovely. So it is your landscapes. That's why there is loads of those colours. But for me and what I do is a lot of scenes. I'm glad I've got these ones. Had every notification expecting my bundle. Yay! Absolutely fabulous, Sam. Love the colours so much. Thank you. Right, so next we're going to do another one. And we're going to do something more like this. So this is the other way that you can use it. For anybody that's just joining, we've also got fun folds. This tutorial's gone out today, so this all folds down. And that is your double Z fold, gate fold doodah. You've got your 6x6 version here as well. So although it says 6x6 on the packaging, you can do 6x6. You can do the 5x7 as well, and other sizes. So don't just, put it into that size. Those ones I've just shared. And then also done a little bit of home decor, which was a kind of accidental make. But if you want to go really big, this is 14.5 centimetres wide. But I've done the shadow box on the side, which I think looks really nice, and it allows you to show off those more 3D dimensional florals. So I'm going to revisit this again with the shadow boxes, but smaller. Not as big, but yeah, there's that as well. And I've done tutorials for everything. But yeah, this is the one we're going to kind of look at today. So we'll be using some of the bits in the paper pad. Crocus is adorable, thank you. Got to go to sleep. It's 12:09. Oh, bless you. Another bit more of my coffee. Right, so let's grab a 6x6 card blank. Probably should have done the daffodils actually. I didn't think about that. I should have done the daffodils in the 6x6, and then I could have done a 5x7 version of this one, but never mind. Yeah, it was definitely go big or go home. Right, let's grab the papers. It's a working pad, guys, but you've got loads of pieces here, so we're going to decorate and do something similar. Oh, thank you, Deborah. So all my loose bits. We'll pop the rest of these out in a minute as well. So we'll stick our mats and layers down first. Let's do, I don't want to do the same, although that is perfect, this background, because it works with obviously all of this. So I'm going to go for probably the stripe, because that's again quite a subtle back. It's going to tie in nicely with all of that. So we'll use the stripes and maybe that one on the front. Let me get another one with the stripes. I might have to get my other pad. Yeah, let me grab my other pad. She says, where did I put that? Did I put it back in the cabinet? Let me just look. Maybe I had the other two. I put it in here. No. Oh, damn it. It's not there. Put it there. No. Oh, okay. I have got it. Why can't I? Actually, what we'd do. Oh no, because that's going to be too busy. I think it's just going to be a bit too busy having. Do we think or not? That's annoying. Definitely not there. We always get two pads, so I don't know. I wouldn't have put that one away. Not yet. No, okay. I'll have to do different. My favourite is definitely the cutest. It is nice, isn't it? I just didn't want it to be a bit too busy, that was all. Don't want to do the same. Just double check I haven't. I think it's because I used it on that one. I should have had another one though. check there's not one stuck together. All right, we'll do these two in the middle, inside. We'll do a pink pop up again, that colour because it matches, or should we do yellow? Maybe yellow actually, should we do yellow? That clashes a little bit. What about a bit lighter? What about that colour? That's better. We'll do that colour for the pop-up. The other one's just a little bit good for the daffs. This one just goes better with the papers. Tulips, your fave, gorgeous. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Because this is a shop brought, it's a little bit under 6 by 6. I'm just going to mark my paper rather than work the measurements out because it's never bang on. Yeah, it's a nice pale yellow, more pastel yellow, that one. We'll do this one on the front. Okay. And obviously keep all your scraps because these will be great for, again, decorating the fronts of your cards. You could add that with, you know, one of the nice trims on top. So if you like to do your sketch cards, you know, you can, maybe not that one for this design, that one, and then, you know, you just, they're so easy to build. How is my favourite? He's good, he's asleep. He was up a bit earlier, but you can imagine that on, you know, the front of a card. Just trim it all down, and that could be the front of the card design. Okay, let's cut these two down. Keep those. That one. Oh, it's a bit squeaky. I think I need to get a bit of WD-40. Right, let's stick these ones down. So that one. In fact, we'll do this one as a side. We'll do this as a landscape, so then it's different to that one. So we're going to have this opening up this way instead. So I haven't done a landscape, and I did say actually in one of the videos I'll do it in the live, so I best do that. Oh yeah, if there's any issues with sound, probably come out and come back in. I think there is an issue, it looks like, with YouTube today with some sound, possibly because yeah. So what is, for those that have purchased, whatever it may be, what is your first plan to do using it? Have you got a particular card? I know someone said that they've had some requests for floral cards. Someone said about Daffodil Day in August. In, was it New Zealand? Sorry, I can't remember if you said New Zealand or Australia. Crocuses are your fave? Yeah, I think I do love daffodils. I just think they're beautiful. They smell of pea when they've yeah, when they've kind of fully bloomed. They don't last long. But other than that, but I think the crocuses as well for me. I do really like them. Mother's Day, yeah. I think I'll be doing a Mother's Day card. Probably do a big showstopper, I think, using this for Mum. So maybe we'll do that in a couple of Fridays' time. Next Friday, so I know I said I was going to try and go live on Thursday, but I've got Care Bears launch next Friday. So I need to prep that on Thursday because I'm not back from Manchester till Wednesday. So it's going to be a very, very rushed week for me to get that out. So we'll be back on track the week after, and I'll be doing, like I said, the Mate to Mate lives for the VIPs, and we'll be back doing our lives for this as well. Then after this Care Bears launch, I've got one more Peanuts, and then that's it. There's no more license at the minute because for Peanuts, which is our main one, we have used all of the images that we are allowed to use, and we've already reworked them. So we're actually out of ideas with the peanuts now. We've everything that you can buy for stamped images, we've offered you. So peanuts is going to go, or be no more because it's done. But they are looking at other licenses. So there's going to be a nice break for me, which means I can throw more time back into my Made to Surprise. Okay. So yes, a little bit. I feel like a little bit manic with cards at the minute. I had Made to Make. I had to get that out 2 weeks ago. Then I had a launch. Then I had peanuts. Then I've got this launch. I just feel like, yeah. Oh, it's fine. We carry on. There's nothing more to offer with peanuts. We've done every occasion. Valentine's. We've done a couple of Christmases. They've done other, seasons. Autumn. They've done winter. But every image that the license offers, we have and we've done. There is nothing more for us to use. So, yeah, you're just going to have duplicate of stamps. We brought out another. It would be another image, just maybe with a Christmas tree in his hand. Like you just have to stop it when it gets to that point. Yeah, Care Bears is next Friday. I got it months ago. I've had it here for about 6 months, so I need to look at it again. They're pretty quick to do. So there's a lot of ephemera. So I'll get quite a few cards made on the Thursday, and then I'll do a couple of demos again. And then there's design team that are using it anyway as well. So, but yes, then you'll have a break. There won't be, just be me, me and Made to Make. I think the reason is they probably worked it into that as well. Made to Make's now kind of taking a place for some things as well. So, but it's not the end of license. So don't think, oh my God, it's gone. That's it. They are actively looking for new ones. So yeah, we've got a list. I wrote down a load last time we said about what other licenses would you like to see. So hopefully we'll get some of those. Right, let's move these here. This is the mechanism for anybody that's just joining. So we're going to do all three again. You don't need a large die machine, but if you've got a large die machine, you could just lay this all on your A4 and cut it all in one pass. But I'm going to use my smaller machine and cut these out. You want to use a lighter weight, or I recommend you use a lighter weight for the mechanism. 220, 230. If you're using a heavy 300 GSM, certainly if you're using all three parts, then I would recommend, sorry, I said the wrong thing then. If you're just doing one, then you could probably get away with 300 GSM. So I've done it on one of my makes, but I would otherwise definitely go lighter. One, two, and then that one again. What's that one there? I saw the first 5 minutes, got a call from my elderly neighbour. Said she thought needed help. Oh, bless her. Well, at least she's okay. And it's nice that she's got you, that she's able to call and you've been able to go out and help her, Right. So once again, just fold all of these. But if it is thick and you don't feel confident in folding them, then just run it through with your scoreboard, which I often do. You want to fold the tabs and then fold the whole thing in half, or do it the other way around. There's no right order on how you fold it, as long as you get them all folded. Yeah, so there's embossed lines all there. I hold it up. Can you see? See them? Hopefully you can. My screen's a little bit delayed. Oh yeah, I'm just seeing my screen. Yeah, you can see them. Bedtime for me. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, take care, Louisa. I've done that one. Would be great if they could get the license for Bluey. You can get licenses for pretty much anything. It's the cost of the license and what they allow you to create with it. Because some companies don't want you doing what you want to do with it, or it won't work for card making. So, and the price, and obviously things like Disney, obviously you can get a license for Disney, but you've also got to commit to like tens of thousands and stuff. So it's all down. There's a lot of like factors, you know, but you can pretty much get anything licensed. But it doesn't always work for how you want it. And then you're just going to fold down. I'm a bit crooked with that one. Fold down the two middle diagonal bits, like so. Okay. I'm sitting on my hands this time. I'm still playing with it. Stay sat on those hands, Tez. Oh, hi Rita. Thank you. Hope you're well. There's still a bit of time left in the live though for Tez. Remember last time? She was really good in the last like few minutes. She was like, I've just brought it. But no, honestly, I appreciate every one of you, even if you're just watching and not purchasing. Elmo, Peter Rabbit. Didn't we do Peter? No, let me think of it. No, I don't think it was. It wasn't Craft Sash that did Peter Rabbit. They did something right early on in the day. Well, it was Peter Rabbit. Oh, Mr. Monts is on the move. I just heard him shake. And then again, just fold down. Keep one side at a time. Fold down those bits. If he still is me chatting, you probably won't bother. He's just repositioning himself for another snooze for half an hour. Yeah, Beatrix Potter would be nice, wouldn't it? Very cute. Oh, thank you, Rita. Yeah, when I saw the washing machine. I didn't comment. I can't comment on everybody's because there's just too many lovely cards. I wouldn't have time to do anything else. But I did see the washing machine. Well, maybe I did comment because I remember thinking to myself, "Oh, I see what she means now." But at the time, I was just like, you know, when people say something and you just can't see it. That's what it was. One of those moments. There's a mag subscription for Peter Rabbit. Well, there you go. For anybody wanting some Peter Rabbit. Imagine they've got tons of images. Probably got a massive catalogue of images, because that's the thing. There is tons of Peanuts images, but they only give you so much, you know. So yeah, can't do anything more. We're done, I'm afraid. And then again, just push that down. Okay, so now we've got our 3 pieces. I can still stick it this way because it's not directional. So you're going to run your glue all along your tab, and then you want to line up your middle fold with the fold of the card. So I'm going to bring it so you've got about 1 inch on each side, and then just tuck that under and add your glue. Add your glue, stick your glue. What's that sound? Oh, next week. Simone, can we pretend it's us? Just post. Simone, we can pretend it's us and just post. What you said? What I missed? I don't know. Oh, I missed you. Will you be naming the new TT? Yeah, next week. I'm chatting with her at the moment. What's that? I've gone completely wonky there, haven't I? Oh dear. How have I gone wonky with that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have to. Should cover most of it, but oh no. How did I get that so wonky? Let's do that again. I have to try and line that up. I thought I was spot on. away with it. I'm just glad I found your meter surprise. Had not been so afraid that I could do a card, I would have a lot more. Oh. My order's been shipped. Get rid of that glue. And then you want to fold it all up and then add your glue. All the way along. So did you use the mechanism on the first 3 cards? I've used the mechanism on all the cards. All of them. I think I just folded it a bit crooked. There we go. Yeah, all the cards have used the mechanism apart from that. And that big like wall hanging one. But every card has used the mechanism. I used a mix of MTS on my live yesterday. Very cute card. Oh, nice. Order's been shipped. Wow, whole collection brought. Thank you, Blue. Hope you enjoy using it. And then just carefully open that up. You've got your first pop-up. You can just keep that pop-up. If you have a single pop-up, you can create something like this one, which is your tulip. That's just on the one pop-up with the mats and layers. You can have your sentiment on the front, space there, gift card, other nice images. And then again, you're going to add your glue on your small one. And this time you're going to run your middle fold with this one here. And you want to come in, so it's about 1/2 inch, and then fold that over. Let that stick. Where are we? Got here late. That's all right. Love that one. Thank you, Nova. So yeah, how many thumbs up are we on? Come on, guys. We are on. I can't see. It's just got me as a thumb up. How can I see how many thumbs up I've got? Usually it tells me. Oh, 133. Yeah, come on, guys. If you're not doing your thumbs up, please do so. It doesn't cost you anything. And then again, you're going to fold that down. And then I do. And then close the card right up. If you want to add mats and layers onto these, then do it before you add these as well. But we'll leave those ones for this one. But you can still see you can keep them on as well. So you can see under there, you see the mats and layers are on that one. Okay. We'll be adding a few of those on anyway still. Morning, Sanal. Hope you're well. Thank you, Tammy. Hi, everybody, and thank you to those watching. Again, I always like to say there's a lot in work. They sneaky listen on their headsets. You know, I know who you are. Thank you for watching. And then we'll do the last one. One lady, I won't say who she is. She watches on her work computer with a tiny little screen of me in the top corner and then on the headphones so no one sees. But she said if people walk past, you can quickly shut it down. Which I thought was quite funny. And then again, that one, just lining it up with the middle, fold that under. Morning. Hey, Penny. Thank you, Laura. Oh, Tez. No, it's because probably they don't really like me and they think that if they've liked my channel, but I can't see who you are, so you know it just means that you'll always be notified if I go live, if you like my live. No, I don't mind. And then close that all up. Hi, Nicole. The yellow is pretty with the paper. We need new colours. I know. You keep teasing us with all those beautiful die cuts. And then again, carefully open it up. And now we've got our 3 pop-ups. That one's just wanting to lift a little bit. Thank you, Kirsten. Is it? Oh no, Christine? Oh gosh, hang on. It's all one long line now. I'm trying to think if I said that. Is it Kirstine? Kirsten? I think that's your whole name, isn't it? Or something. I don't know. Hopefully I'm saying it right. There we go. So now we're going to have this as a landscape, so we're going to have it open this way. So next we can cut our panels. So I want to do the largest square is what fits into these sections here. So you want to cut 4. You get 2, so you just want to pass that through twice. So we'll do those ones. And then for these little ones is these squares here. And then obviously you've got mats and layers. Oh my God, I can't get out. Is these little ones here, but you can do the bigger ones as well. So if you want to have, oh my goodness, why are you not coming out? So you could put these ones in and then have that as your mat layer on top, or that one will just fit perfectly in if you just want the small one. I think we'll do mat and a layer, because then I've got that as the mat and layer for the other one. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I might end up cutting those pieces down, so let's do, so we'll have that size in the yellow as well. Leave those in there for a minute, and then these go on the front, little ones go on the front of these pieces here. So I might just do, it needs to be a non-directional. If I do, God, I'm struggling to pick up this magnet sheet so strong. If we do those in, what colour card? We could do them in pink actually. Let's grab, that's a nice pink, that goes perfectly. Do them in the pink and then white on top as the matte layer. That will work. So let's just do these as we go so I don't get confused. I know it's a side open card. That's what we're doing, Tez. Still can put the mats and layers on it, even though it's a side open. And all the tabs, like this. We're going to create this, but it's going to be this way. This is cool. We are people from all over. I know, it's nice, isn't it? What are you just checking? Right. Pass these all through twice. Oh no, hang on. I want to do these in yellow. They're the smaller mats and layers. I'm going to do in the pink. So we use the yellow. So I want these to be the same. Flowers, got to uncover mine from the cold we had. I got my iris beds and oh nice, crossing my fingers. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, I went out this morning and my beautiful yellow crocuses are coming up. I threw the bulbs on the grass and then I planted them all when I was putting the seed down. So yeah, they're going to be really, as long as Monty doesn't pee on them, then they'll be fine. But if you've got a dog, he's pretty good to train. I can certainly, if he does, then I'll just like, or if I see him, I have to quickly go and put some water over it. Or fruit salad pink, yeah, nice. If you haven't had them before, can we? We've already had Wallace and Gromit. We had quite a lot of Wallace and Gromit. In fact, that's where ham hands come from, Mike. Simone can tell you. I think it's a spare yellow actually. The same one. Can we use that? No, that's a different colour. That's that one there. It's a little bit lighter. Is it that one? Yeah, it is. You know. More cheese grommet. We have daffodils and process sprouting. Yeah, it's so nice to see now. I love it. Yeah, this is the chrome plate, and then I've got the magnetic base plate below it. Couldn't throw bulbs on the lawn, Jensen. Oh no, they're not. You throw them, and then where they land, you then plant them. Sorry, I should have explained that. They're not just like lying there. They've been buried. But yeah, lots of the bulbs are poisonous to dogs, so I've made sure they are very much in the ground. But no, they tell you to do that to get a more natural look. So you throw them, and wherever they lie, you then plant them. It looks nice. Right, let's stick these down. So you're going to have all 4 on these. So if you just add your glue into that section, and then stick these in. Again, when you stick them in, you want the point to meet here, but just pull it out just ever so slightly. Again, so you don't get any scratching when you fold it all down. Okay, and then this one. Just again, bring it up just a smidge. It's a very tiny amount. Just line them up. Why haven't I had? Bailey dug out a whole pot of newly planted flowers. Okay, so there's our first ones, and then just close it all down. But now you've got your pop-up panels. And do the other 2. And you might not want to do the pop-ups on the middle sections. You might want to stick things on these, and then you could do double pop-ups on these ones. Because when you have double of the big ones in the middle, and you have single, so they're, for example, they will just go on the top portion here. They can't go on the bottom as well because they're catch with this. So, but it gives you obviously then choice on how you want to, build your layout. My auntie sent me a picture of her dog yesterday after he'd been out in the rain and the mud. He was absolutely covered in mud, his whole face. And I said, oh, that's a sign of a happy dog. I said, Monty won't even dip his toes out yet. He's too scared. He's a big wimp. Absolutely hates it. Again, close that. Stupid moment. Yes, so we are in the countryside and have a lake. It's like to live, and they eat our bird table. Trying to. I know, Tez. I get the same here. Rats and mice at the end of the garden because we've got the big fields. So I've got to be careful with what I out. But there's a really good company that have released a rodent-proof bird feeder, and I'm tempted to get it because it's for, I can't remember what birds. It's a certain size bird, which I get here as well. Make sure I'm sticking that. Yeah, I'm doing that on the right one. So you're sticking these onto the outer, these ones here. So these ones, stick them the same way. But I've not been able. I was going to have a bird house. I got a lovely little. It's in the style of a red telephone post box. I got it from a charity shop for £5, but I can't risk. When I looked into it, I said, I googled, will rats go into a bird nest and house, and squirrels will as well. And I just thought, I can't risk it. I'd feel awful knowing, because I definitely get birds going in there, and then to know that they've then been eaten one night or the eggs have been taken. So I donated it back to the charity shop. But I'd love to have little bird houses and nests, but I can't. So I thought I'll get a good bird feeder to protect from the rodents, and just go with that. Quick question: how does the size of the daffodils, tulips compare to creative? Oh God, I haven't actually looked. Genuinely, I haven't looked. So I'm not 100% sure. I would say, I'm going to say a little bit bigger. I think. I don't know. I mean, that's 7 inches tall. So if you lay one of them down, then you can get an idea. In fact, I don't know. I think when I did that whole big donation to that charity shop, or did I keep them? But I'm sure I thought, no, they're nice. I can't remember. I've just slurped coffee all over my jumper. Fortunately, not. I've knocked coffee before all over my desk. Yeah, I've got one at the back of the garden, Tez. And there was a blue tit in each. Sparrowhawk stood on top looking at. Oh. Yeah. There we have it. How cool is that? Completely different look. that's how we're going to have it now, and then we can decorate it. So we'll add, yeah, we'll do these in the pink so they can go, put layers on top of that. Start bringing in some more colour now. Yeah, it's all too low, Carol. I wouldn't be able to get up on the top of my house and put one up there anyway, but you know, that is an option. But the lean-to, all of my fence and stuff's all too low. They would crawl up all of that. So yeah, the option is to put it on the top of the house, but yeah, I haven't got the ladders to get up that high. Do two more. I'll just enjoy the birds anyway, as long as I put out, if I can get that bird feeder and have the feed out. And if I'm in the garden during the day, then that will keep the rodents away because they're scared, and the squirrels, but the birds still come down. So I can bring the odd bit out when I'm actually in the garden for the day, and then maybe, you know, bring it in at the end of the day or something. I don't know. Maybe there's ways around it. So let's put, again, you probably want to put these on before those panels, but I just wanted to see how it would all look and build it up. Just use some tweezers. I've started bringing in the feeders at night. Yeah, see, I haven't got anything out yet. Is it now? Is now? Yeah, there is the food in the shops, isn't it? Now's when they're going to be starting to looking for food again. As long as I come to the garden and get a bird bath. I've got bird bath already. Yeah, no, I had that last year and it was lovely. And once they got used to me, they were coming right into it. It's up on the top patio. I was sat on my chairs sunbathing and they were there just having a nice little bath. And then in the evening the pigeons come down and they're funny. I've got some lovely big nice pigeons, you know. Not like a town pigeon that's like lost half a foot and got stubby toes and stuff. Like these are lovely big fluffy pigeons. I get loads of what they called magpies. I get jays. Get all of the little birds. It's really nice. They are. They're always out in the morning, and then in the evening the pigeons come in. I don't mind. Right, let's start decorating, and then I can see if I want to put the white on top of that. So you've got these. I mean, I'd have to cut those down a little bit. But these ones, look, all matte and layer. So you could have that one on there. They're all odd as well, so put that one on there and then build up some bits. Maybe we'll do that first. Start laying some stuff down. We have 2 pairs of kingfishers on our lake there. Oh, I bet. Are there many fish then in that pond? Because that's what they'd be after, isn't it? We're recreating something like this for anybody joining. You can see the panels on that one. It's all odd, it's all a little bit different. Let's use, I like these. That can come down from the top there. I'll put that up on a little bit of foam. Yeah, it is. One of the reasons I bought the cottage, because I just loved, literally there's no one that overhangs me. There's no one. There's just fields behind and I'm surrounded by sycamore trees and a massive big, it's not an oak. What's the one with like the spiky pine cones? What's that? Fir tree. Yeah, I've got a huge fir. In fact, the fir tree worries me because it's a massive bit that overhangs, and I do think every time we have a big storm, it's going to come down, but it's still there. and it has been for as old as the house is, so I guess I shouldn't worry too much. I'm just using this again for anybody wondering. It's just a nail file. When you pop them out, you might get little pips on the side where they've been attached. If they bug you, then you can just use a nail file to take them off. I might cut some of them down. Let's do, I should put that one up there. Let's do, yeah, we'll cut that one down, that one. I thought about that better. I could have put, if I can take that one off. No, stuck it too much. Okay, we'll do them all odd. Let's do that one. Yeah, we'll do that one there. And I can't feed the birds because it brings rodents and then snakes come. Oh no. No, we don't get snakes. The rodents Monty would get, but that wouldn't bother me. He can go for them if he wants. It's mainly at the end of the garden though, to be fair. I'll cut that little one down. What size is that? No snakes. 1 1/4. Just don't want there to be any real pattern to this. I just want it to be all a bit mixed. We have those two. They swim across the lake. It's Tez's dog, so they'd grab those, wouldn't they, if they could. They always go on a little jolly, don't they? We always take them off for a little walk. They go off for the day. Well, not, maybe not so much now. Have you got them more reined in? Excuse me. Cute, very, very cute. Let's do, should use that one really. That does look like it clashes a bit too much with that busy print. I didn't want those two there because that is matchy. And then that one should have had it on that side. Never mind. I would have changed a few bits on this, but I didn't think it through properly. What we got there? Oopsie. No, don't. Sorry, it's just our back. An unplanted native garden house, and we get 4 types of honey eaters with 4 huge gum trees at the back. Attract the red-tailed black cockatoos and cockatoo. Oh right, yeah. Sorry, is a cockatoo something as well? Or is it cockatoo, black cockatoos, and also the white-tailed cockatoo? I was like, what's a coca? What's it? What's a cockatoos? The magpies and kookaburras. Oh, kookaburras. That would be nice. I've seen the odd bird of prey because they fly over the field. The jays, though, it was nice to see them come into the garden. Loads of, not so much now I've cut the grass all and obviously totally re-landscaped it, but the amount of grasshoppers, they were everywhere. I need one more different one just for that corner. I could cut, yeah, we'll cut that one down actually. I've got a whole nother paper pad, so I've got plenty of these. I mean, most of you use your pattern paper and save these for the front, but I just wanted to show you using these as well. That looks good still. Jenny's, we have a pair. Yeah, there's a pair as well. You can always tell they're married. They have an argument. Yeah, they say they come in pairs. Loads of robins. Like I say, it's a lovely garden full of nature. Right, let's pick a sentiment for. I have something down here. Maybe not. Let's start sticking a few. We'll do this one. Even more seagulls. Oh no, see how big it is. I get seagulls. I don't mind seagulls. They don't come down into the garden. The odd ones might sit on the top of the house, but that's it. Noisy, yeah. Yeah, I've got my little bird app. That could be nice down there. I've got the bird app and I love it. I get a little bit addicted to it, to be fair. I've got little strawberries. The strawberries are on the paper. Do the strawberries. How did I do them on there? I stuck them. Oh, I stuck the individual ones. Maybe we'll do that instead. Or I could do, that could be nice there. Have a sunny, smiley, sunny, daffodilly kind of day. Or you are blooming lovely. Happy birthday. Oh, what's this one here? Same. Oh, that's the same as that one. These look nice. Let's add a couple of big flowers. Do those two there. So this looks nice with flowers on as well, for anybody that might have missed. We've got trim there. That would maybe look nice on the front with the happy birthday. Maybe we'll save that one for the front. Sorry, I'm spending way too long deciding. You know what I'm like. Oh, there it is. I knew I had another. The tulips. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see hummingbirds. They're so tiny, aren't they? I used to think they were huge, but they're not. They're dinky little things. I popped all these up on foam. You see they're all lifted. So you can do that as well. Let's get rid of some of these big sentiments because they're covering little bits I need. Yeah, there's the daffodil, that's what I was after as well. And the little strawberries, the bow. Could have that one, maybe that one there. Covers it all up. Maybe the daffodil. Yeah, we'll do the daffodil on that one. Oh no, Tez. Guys, look what Tez has wrote. Who knows where our brains go in with this? I think I'm going to punch, so I just get the pink so you can still see the paper. Let me find a circle die that will just cut just a little bit smaller than what it is. Let's just take a few of these, just see what I can do. That one will work, I think. Just want to take it down a little bit. let's just cut this a second. Oh, thank you, Shelley. That's better. Just for this, I would keep it as it is, but I just want you to see a little bit more of the paper. Yeah, cute. And then we'll do a couple of the little strawberries. We do a pink flower over there. My stomach's rumbling. This is, oh my God, can you hear that? It's because I had my breakfast so early. I had my breakfast at like 6:30. It's a rumbling. And let's do, oh, a little bow. We could do the bow. Oh, that'd be cute. Let's do the bow above this sentiment there. Yeah, I like that. I'll hold this all up in a minute so you can see what I've done. Oh, it looks very cute. Just need a little flower, I think, in that one. So 2 very different styles, but hopefully just gives you a bit more of an idea, you know, on how it looks that way as well. So let me just decorate the front. I don't want to squash that just yet. Let's just do that running up there actually. We'll pop it up on a little bit of foam. And then I'll do another little overview of the products for anybody just joined. And keep that because that's now a nice little bit again. Happy birthday and the little strawberries. Cute. We need a swirly tail bow. We do. Another little flower. That's where I use it. So I've got another paper pad with all this. So I've got it again for when I do lives and stuff. But again, just to give you an idea just how quick, because you want to put something nice on the front, but they're only going to see it when they take it out of the envelope because they will display it like so. So there we go. You can see all that detail and how it all moves. Very over the top in terms of prints clashing and designs and stuff, but I think it all kind of works. It's just a cute card. So I was going to have the stripe background. You can see it pops even more against something that's maybe not as busy, but that is a style that people like as well. So you've got the options there. And then more my style is then the colouring and things like this. So I'll go through all the samples again. Let me just clear this away and we'll just do a little recap. I'll flip the camera back round actually, rather than tidy all that mess, and I can just show you everything, and I'll show the products one more time as well. Any questions, pop them in capitals. Try and answer them before the live ends. That one, that one, that one. So you've just seen the papers. Thank you everybody. Right, let's see if I can get this all. Oh gosh, sorry, that would have been loud in somebody's ears. I'm so sorry. Right, let's do flip. Hello. Okay, I think I did that pretty easily. Hi, hello, anybody that I missed earlier. Warm maple syrup or talking food sounds nice. Right, so welcome anybody that's just joining now, maybe a bit later. This is the launch for my new Blooming Wonderful collection. So you get the lovely explosion panel card, die set, and then you get your 3 stamp and die sets. So you've got your lovely tulips, you've got your beautiful crocuses, and the stunning daffodil. And you've seen me use all of that. It's pinned on the top of my Facebook page and also in the description box below all of my YouTube videos. That was to Melissa, just saw your thing about the Amazon shop. Great options with the mechanism, thank you. So you can, again, pop this in, though it says 6x6, you can use it in 5x7 and other size cards as well. So there's this one here, and then you have your pop-up tulips. Again, you can kind of see the mechanism work. That's just the one part of the mechanism with the sentiment on the front. You can put a gift card or something there. Then you've got a 6x6 version, which is mixing the daffodils and the tulips. And that's got the top part and the middle part with the sentiment on the front, which again looks very sweet. And then you've got the one that I did earlier, so I haven't decorated the front. This was the first demo. I just wanted to show you the 3 parts. And this is all, this is all your daffodils. You can see how that will look, and that's all 3 parts. I just need to do the decorate the front and put something on the back just to strengthen that card a bit. But how pretty is that one? I absolutely love the daffodils. In fact, it matches me very well today. And then, just make sure I've gone through all. We've got this one, which is all of the crocuses, that beautiful pattern paper. This is probably my favourite. I do love this card. I think it's gorgeous. Again, it's the same as what I demoed today with the 3 and the sentiment there. So you can have your message there if you wanted to, or on the back. And again, you can kind of see how they all move. It's really fun. Then if you want to make some massive like home decor, you could do something like this. It's so big, but it is lovely. And these are shadow boxes with the 3D crocuses in them. But I'm going to revisit this in a smaller size with shadow boxes to show off the flowers. I think that's really sweet. Then obviously this one, which you've just seen as a portrait opening, and then the one I've just demoed as a landscape. You can have photographs in this. I think the squares are really well for little mini photos. And then lastly, if you don't like the mechanism at all, but you just love the stamps, you can create something like this, which tutorial's just gone up on my channel. That all folds down to 5x7, and then you've got that gorgeous showstopper. And I've used the linen embossing folder. And that's the crocuses again. How pretty. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. The shadow box is beautiful. Your colouring of the samples is amazing. Thank you. Well, I've got some nice new markers to use now. So I've got the, I shared the box earlier. I've just got the B series, but I've got A and B now with these. So these are the markers that I use. I need to get them both pinned. I think I've only got the first set pinned in my Amazon shop, so I'll get them both pinned and linked separately below my videos, because I get asked about my colouring pretty much every tutorial. Somebody comments, but that's what I've got, and I've got them all in the wine. So I've got all the yellows now across the 2, all the pinks, greens, oranges, blues, browns and greys. It's much easier for me to just grab them. And the nice thing is you get your little swatch cards that come in each set, so I can see them all there as well. The giant fan ones, simple tulip, they're nice, aren't they? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So the product is all available now on Craft World. There is a bundle of all the products and you save 15%, but everything is available individually. There's also the large words with the celebrate in, they're half price with some other bits as well, so you need to have a look. Did you get all your re-inkers? No, I haven't, but I will do when I need them. I don't want to get every re-inker because some colours I won't really touch, but there'll be others that I will. So I will do as I saw them. They look really cool with like the way that you is it administrate? No, what's the word? Yeah, administrate it. Is that the word? Monty, see if we have an appearance. I'm finished now. Do you want to come say hi? Takes a little while to wake up. Bloomin' marvellous set sound, thank you. Oh, hello, gorgeous boy. Oh, that's what he sees when he does a little. Come here, come and say hi. Oh, I bet you're all nice and toasty. Oh, I bet you're all nice and warm. He always lies down because he wants a little tickle under his leg. Here he is. Here's the man. Lots of you like to see him. There's my Mons. Oh, my wee man. You're just so beautiful. Look at his little legs. Guess he's having his nails cut later. He's going to kick up. He absolutely hates it. Oh, sweet boy. Thank you, everybody. Sorry I missed most of this because of the phone call. That's all right, Sandra. You can watch it back. He is a little cutie pie, aren't you? Oh, you're just such a good little boy, aren't you? What are we going to do now? Hey, you've got me now. I've only got to do a little bit more work. Yeah. Oh, I love him. So yeah, thank you as always, everybody. So next week I'm in Manchester. So there won't be any live on Wednesday, and then I'll be back on Friday with Care Bears. I haven't got it at hand. It's in the bottom of my. I need to dig it out. It's in the bottom of my filing cabinet. But I'll share what I can. But I'll be working on that, and then after that, like I said, it's all back to normal with Made to Surprise and Made to Make. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rita. Thank you to everybody that's purchased. Thank you for just joining, commenting, interacting, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to put you down. Don't worry. You're going to say bye? Say bye then. Say bye. He's so floppy. Right, everybody, take care, and I will see you all next week. Bye.